welcome to this week's edition of InTV Weekly. It is May 30th, 2019. I'm Jeffrey Jorgensen.
And I'm Daniel Jane.
Jane is your last name. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, Jane, like Tarzan, but with the Y.
Oh, no E. I get it. Nolan is not with us. He is at a fishing trip. We want to remind everyone out there, if you cannot view us in your local viewing area, you can check us out at getyourntv.com. Take it away, Daniel.
Well, finally, this has been a long time coming here. Monsanto is finally getting some well-deserved justice. This couple, diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, have a $2 billion claim against Monsanto. That's $1 billion each. It's a couple. And this is going to be an ongoing case, and I've already begun seeing the commercials on TV. So that means justice is coming.
It's about time. If you don't know what Monsanto is, they are the ones responsible for doing the leading, or having the leading effort for putting GMOs into our food. They're also responsible in collusion with people who have created Agent Orange.
Basically, Roundup essentially is Agent Orange minus one chemical. So if you are using Roundup, I would highly recommend using an alternative. There's plenty of organic alternatives out there. I heard recently even using something called diatomaceous earth. You just sprinkle that in your garden. It's totally organic. You can also use it on your pets. Just don't breathe it in because it is mostly silica. But that apparently is like one of the most official ways of protecting your garden organically. It'll destroy all kinds of pests, and it's totally organic. You can just eat your food same day. No worries about any pesticide damage or anything like that. So there are several organic alternatives that everybody needs to be looking into, because Roundup is clearly not the way to go.
And it sounds like they're not going to be around for much longer based on all the allegations and the court hearings that they're going to be facing on, what was that called again?
The substance diatomaceous earth.
Where do you get that?
You can get it. It's super cheap. I got mine off Amazon. I got a 20-pound bag for $20.
Oh, wow.
And it's also really good to cleanse your insides. Like it'll totally clean you from head to toe. It's one of the best natural flushes you can do for your body. It's really good for your hair and your nails.
Oh, nice.
It should be a supplement added to everybody's diet. And your garden and pets. If your pets have fleas, just sprinkle a little bit on your pets, and just try not to breathe it in because it can do some damage to your lungs. But it's the most effective way to get rid of any kind of pest, flea, termite.
Well, that's good to know. I'd never even heard of it at all. Well, that's awesome. Pick it up on Amazon. $20 for 20 pounds. Buck a pound. I don't know if you guys have heard, but more than 100 tornadoes have touched down, devastating the Midwest. This is terrible news. All the places affected were from Idaho, Colorado, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania. Pretty unbelievable.
I got some family out there in Kansas, and they've been pretty much holed down in their basements for 12 days straight.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you get a hold of them? Their phones don't work?
They can text it, like, occasionally.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's scary.
Yeah, they said it's some of the most insane storms they've ever. They saw one tornado is. They have a special name for it when it's thicker than it is tall. Some crazy word, but it was over a mile thick, like a mile and a half.
Wow.
And it literally just looks like the sky is just descending.
That's crazy. That is unbelievable. Hopefully everyone out there is staying safe and bunkered down. They're saying that this is a record-breaking set of tornadoes. They haven't seen any storms like this since 1980.
With 55 tornadoes touching down on Monday alone, followed by 27 on Tuesday. 12 consecutive days. It's unbelievable out there right now, and it's not even over yet. Hopefully the end is coming soon for the tornadoes.
Yes. For the
tornadoes.
Yes,
yeah.
That was a little pun on words. Hopefully the end of the tornado storms are coming. Yeah, I was like, whoa. No, hopefully not. It seems like it for some, though. That is very crazy. Luckily, we don't have to deal with that up here. We have had tornadoes in the past, some touching down in Teanaway, reports have said, and then others in, where was it, like Gig Harbor last year.
Wow, yeah, I remember that. I remember I saw a funnel cloud in Bellevue. It was one of the scariest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's about as scary as it gets. It's like wildfire, you know.
But luckily, somehow there has been unfortunately a couple casualties. But considering it's a record-shattering tornado season, there have been remarkably few injuries related to these hundreds of tornadoes that have been touching down.
So stay safe and hunkered down. Trump supporters start the kickoff to the wall build. This has been basically a headache of propaganda going both ways, fights between the Democrats, the Republicans, everyone versus Trump, but some people have Trump's back, and this private group of people on private land started the build where they're raising money for the support of the Mexican-American border wall.
This veteran by the name of Brian Kolfage, he's a triple amputee, has had enough of this bickering back and forth nonsense. We get a law passed, but the people vote for something, but then Congress just holds it up. Well, he says enough is enough, and the people have already spoken, so he took to crowdsourcing. And he's gotten so far already tens of millions in donations to build this wall. And this specific wall that he's building is going to join two other 22-mile sections of wall, and they're just going to build the 1.5-mile section between those two to connect that and make it a full barrier across the, I believe it's the Texas border, yes.
This is the start of something big where this is the first group of people to come together to get the product done without any politics involved. They just are sticking to their beliefs and doing what they think is right. It's pretty impressive, actually. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, it's a lot of work.
Yes, it is.
And they got Fisher Industries on it, who will have the ticket if we do build the complete wall. And they're a very professional American company. They know how to build a wall.
Yep. They build walls, I take it?
Yeah, all kinds of big...
I would hope so. I hope that they're in the game. There you have it for world news. Let's move on to some local news. The Easton Memorial Day Parade swept the streets of downtown Easton. It was a great turnout, crummy weather, but no one seemed to mind. Check it out.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. It's got the color on it.
Thank you, Daniel, for that footage. They had some line dancers, some swing dancers, tons of bouncy houses. I mean, what else was there? There was booths that were selling stuff.
Those bouncy houses were crazy. I've
were.
never seen the fangs.
Yeah.
And I love the balls they were pushing the little kids in.
Yep, the big balls that you get inside of.
Kids love that stuff. Just
Yep.
getting tossed around.
They had a rock wall. I saw that. They had a car show. Really, Easton throwing it down, making like setting the bar for holiday events. You know, for special weekends like the Memorial Day weekend, for a great cause. Just doing something fun in memory of the past fallen soldiers. And I feel like that some other towns can follow their lead and maybe take some notes, because they are keeping it strong.
They're definitely setting the bar for events all across the Upper Kittitas County. That car show is one of the biggest, most impressive car shows I've ever seen. And the turnout has just increased and gotten better over the years, and it's amazing where it is right now. It's
Yep.
only going to get better.
Yep, I missed the parade, unfortunately. I just missed it, but there was still so much going on to where I didn't even think about the parade.
It was a big weekend.
Yeah, the parade lasted for nearly 45 minutes to an hour. Pretty impressive. So if you missed it, don't miss it next year. The first annual Community Wellness Fair took place at the Cleveland Roslyn High School. And Daniel, what's a Community Wellness Fair?
That's what I was wondering, Jeff, when I first walked in there. And boy, did I become informed.
That was pretty funny.
It was funny. I actually walked in there and I was expecting it to be the student reflections, because there was 2 different events, but it was the community wellness fair. So I was like, wow, these are some pretty advanced students in here. They already have businesses and everything established. But it was a great event. I learned so much. I expected to just be, in and out, 5-10 minutes, get a couple of interviews. I was over there for over 3 hours, just getting my mind blown by all of the expertise that is in this town. I didn't even know that, like 75% of the people there, I didn't even know were in this town. And we have such a resourceful town here to help you with any ailments that you have. And for anything from digestion to breathing techniques, chiropractic, literally any internal or external problem you have related to health, even mental wellness, can be addressed in this town for a cheap alternative to pharmaceutical drugs, and to try to keep it as natural as possible. There's some incredible information out there, and these wonderful people are standing by to help you.
Well said, Daniel. Don't just take his word for it. Check it out.
Canadian Idol.
I'm Anna Marie Hill,
Andrea Hill.
and we are the school nurses of the Cle Elum Roslyn School District. You're here in the Cle Elum Roslyn High School, and we are at the first, hopefully, annual Community Health and Wellness event. We have about 40 vendors that are both health and wellness and resource related, that are at the same night as our celebration of student learning, which is a district-wide event, and we're hoping that this would be an event that the whole community could come to and learn about all the amazing resources and information that so many providers can provide in our county. So we have everything from teenage-related health issues and vaping and marijuana and the law, all the way to our holistic side of alternative medicine and our resources in town, from Hope Source to Cold to People for People. So it's a pretty all-inclusive event. And really neat raffle prizes for all of our participants, adults and children.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Dr. Dawn Smallwood from Clay Elum Chiropractic, and I'm a chiropractor and a nutritionist. And we're here today at the Celebration of Learning here at the Clay Elum Roslyn School. And the focus is mental health. And what I do in relation to mental health is focus on nutrition and the foods that you eat and how that can help stimulate positive thoughts and positive images and a really good emotional outlook. So if you're eating a lot of sugar and a lot of pizza and mac and cheese, that's going to also cause some brain fog and some negative images come up in your head potentially. So I think a lot of people go around and are feeling not quite as happy as they could if they were eating a little healthier. So that's what I teach people how to do. Another piece that I focus on is supplementation. So I have a variety of supplements here that help with digestion, and they help with reintroducing good bacteria into your body. And some of the ones over here called Calm, those help really calm your body and calm your mind and calm your muscles. So those are some really good ways to stimulate positive mental health also.
I am Dr. Olivia Franks, and I am a doctor of naturopathic medicine. I've been practicing for 11 years now, and a lot of people still don't know really anything about naturopathic medicine, so it's been really great to be here at this health and wellness fair to tell people about what I do. And basically I'm trained to be a primary care provider, which basically means I can be your doctor, like your regular doctor where you go, you get your pap smear or somebody orders your mammogram, and I can prescribe medicines and order lab work, but I can also give you medicine to help support your body to get better on its own. So I use a lot of herbs and vitamins and mushrooms and animal products, like sometimes we use glandular products from animals. And it's really amazing what I see happen in my practice. I find it very rewarding, the kind of results that we can get for people in certain areas that maybe we don't have very many tools for mainstream medicine, like viral illnesses, a lot of chronic or autoimmune illnesses. We don't really have a lot of good answers beyond drugs that really suppress your immune system. So it's really great to work with people that are struggling with illness like that. I also do a lot of work in the realm of digestive health. Digestive illness, there are a lot of gaps in mainstream medicine that people fall through, and I'm here to catch them. So I do a lot of work with digestive health and get to the bottom of your problems so that you can live a nice, healthy, normal, amazing life, not filled with runs to the bathroom and living based on where you can get to the next bathroom. So that's been really rewarding as well. We also do allergy desensitization for people that have seasonal allergies. So we do drops that you put under your tongue of antigens, and you do that at home every day, and that allows you to no longer be so allergic or hyperreactive to things in your environment, like your pets, dust, pollens, grasses, meats, all that kind of stuff. So that's just a little bit of what I do. I'm always learning more, and I have a lot to offer the community, so I'm just excited to get the word out. And feel free to call, give us your questions, or come on in. We do take major insurance companies. We're contracted with them, so if you want to use your insurance, you can. And I think that's it in a nutshell. Oh, look at all the medicine that's in our forest. This is broad arrowleaf balsam root. You've probably seen this yellow flower growing everywhere in the forest. This root you can harvest in the fall, and it's a really potent antiviral medicine. And then you've probably seen this one too. This is Oregon grapefruit. It grows everywhere in the woods too, and it has this really amazing yellow constituent in the root. And that's what's in this capsule. I don't know if you can see how bright yellow that is. That's potent medicine. We use that a lot for diabetes and also for antiviral, antibacterial issues, a lot for digestive, bacterial imbalances. Super awesome.
So where are you located?
We are, where I am, I'm in Clay Elum, across from Audic Treasures at the Reed Building, and also in another building called the Reed Building over in Ellensburg on Main Street. We're just south of the bicycle shop on Main Street, 413 Main Street. Yeah, and you can find me also on the web at droliviafranks.com.
There you have it. You can always check tape if you're wondering what we have to offer in this small town. It is, like Daniel said, pretty unbelievable. A lot of people are going to the holistic side of Western medicine and trying to get all of their body fit and in shape and healthy as possible at any means possible, but taking a smarter approach and look on things.
The holistic path.
The holistic path. Roslyn held this year's annual Memorial Day celebration up at the Roslyn Cemetery, and before we even get into this, I gotta say thank you to all the volunteers who have been turning out to make the cemetery as clean looking and beautiful as it is when this day took place. It was pretty unbelievable. I know Jennifer Basterchia led a team of local citizens coming out, volunteering their time to clean up the Roslyn Cemetery. I know that the high schoolers came out there, showed their support for the Roslyn Cemetery and cleaned it up as well as just people walking through the cemetery. I see them picking up garbage that they didn't leave behind and just making it a beautiful place. A lot goes into these cemeteries, and it's very important to those who rest in peace there to keep it clean, keep it safe, and keep it looking good, for having people just walk through it. I mean, it is a beautiful place to go just to walk through, see the trees, see the sights, and visit some past family members while they lie in peace. And Anthony Browett was the MC of ceremonies this last weekend. For the first time, he did a fantastic job. Freddie Tallarico stood up and gave a speech for the fallen veterans, and it was a great turnout, and the weather upheld, to say the least.
And Mason Gray had the beautiful trumpet solo, and he takes it away.
Check it out.
Heavenly Father, today we remember and pay tribute to the men and women of the armed services who have died in defense of our beautiful nation. From the days of the revolution to these days in Iraq, Afghanistan, and elsewhere, they pay the ultimate sacrifice for the freedoms we hold so dear. In the words of the scripture we hear, there is no greater love than this, than to lay down one's life for one's friends. And it is only by your grace and the love they have for you and this nation that gave them strength to lay down their lives. We beseech you, O Lord, to receive these servants of peace into your loving embrace and grant them the eternal peace that surpasses all understanding. We also remember their families and all members of their extended families of these great heroes. They too suffer great and painful sacrifice. Bestow upon them blessings of your consolation and peace. May you ease their sadness as they continue on the road to serenity and hope. To you, we offer this prayer knowing you fulfill the heart's desires of those who seek all of you with noble intentions. May our prayer for true and lasting peace be answered according to your will and for the good of your sons and daughters. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Bird squad, ready. Aim. Fire.
Once again, thank you to all the volunteers who make the cemetery what it is today, and keep up the good work. And if you haven't walked through that place, it is the best park in Roslyn, I must say.
Very clean, very beautiful.
Yeah, we walk through it all the time. Like, walk through it to go to Suncadia, we walk through it to go up to the Nelson Dairy Farm. If you haven't walked that path, please do. This is just a feel-good story all around, kinda. It has some ups and downs. Brenda, the librarian's flowers got stolen the other week, and a Good Samaritan came out just to replace those stolen flowers.
We can all learn something from this. If you ever see a flower pot lacking flowers, they're cheap and easy. Just put some in there, make somebody's day.
Yep, that's a good idea. Thank you to the Good Samaritan. We truly appreciate it. Like Daniel said, pay it forward by planting some flowers where you know there used to be flowers.
Even if it's not in a pot, even if it's on just an empty patch of soil,
Yep.
empty dirt, could always use flowers.
Crack in the sidewalk, maybe.
Oh yeah, there you go.
See? Yeah, everyone would have to walk around it. At this time, we're going to take a quick commercial break and get a word from our sponsors.
That drive to South Cleveland just got worth it, because nothing says barbecue like Smokey's award-winning barbecue. Come try our famous train wreck that weighs in at over 2 pounds, or try a full rack of our baby back ribs drizzled with our award-winning sweet and smoky barbecue sauce. Our poor boy sandwiches consist of your choice of brisket, pulled pork, pulled chicken, hot links, or on the weekends, shrimp, oyster, or catfish. I'd like to invite you out to Smokey's Barbecue. We're a family-owned business of Southern food and barbecue, cooked with passion, served with love. Thank you. Smokey's Barbecue, located at the old Milwaukee Train Depot Station in South Cle Elum.
Hi, my name's Dawn Bass, and I am here with the Upper Kittitas County Youth Activities Program.
I'm Jim with Harper Lumber.
Hi, this is James Jones with Smokey's Barbecue.
My name's Dave Wilson. I'm the Director at Merit Resource Services, and TV works for us.
Hi, I'm Rob Sheldon.
And I'm Allie Renshaw.
We're with Swiftwater Fitness.
Hi, I'm Ruby, and I am the owner of Ruby's Printing and Scrapbooking here in Cle Elum. NTV has been awesome.
We used NTV to help the public become aware of our merger. We found them to be innovative and original and focused on our needs.
NTV works for us.
NTV works for us.
NTV works for me.
NTV works for us.
NTV works for me and has for the last 5 years, and I know they'll work for you.
Welcome back to this week's edition of NTV Weekly. It is May 30th, 2019. I'm Jeffrey Jorgensen.
I'm Daniel Jane. Good day to you folks.
Good day. Let's move on to some Warrior sports. Take it away, Daniel.
Well, the Warrior sports have been going off this year. We had big weeks. We got the track. Some Warriors went off at districts a couple weeks ago, and then several went off to state. Grace Jackson did break Lyle Burnett's, I believe that's how you say it, her record that stood since 19-something 80s. Was it 79, I think? Way back there. So big congratulations to Grace Jackson, all-star athlete, bringing in the medal there. And she also won the 300-meter hurdles. 2 huge events. Great job, Grace, and great job all the other warriors that made it to state, including Carl Merkel, who won the triple jump at 39 feet, or not 39 feet.
Yeah, triple jump, 39 feet.
Wow.
8 inches. Triple jump.
Oh, right. That sounds right. I was gonna say. The article said he could fly, but jeez.
No, that's right.
And then he beat his own PR just a couple days later by a full 2 feet.
It's unbelievable. It's a big gap. Usually, like, when you beat your PR, it's just by a couple of inches or, 2 feet. That's crazy. It's like, it seems like he had it in him all year. But maybe under pressure is all it takes.
Well, the one bad thing, but he can't sue Red Bull for not giving him his wings, because he obviously did get his wings for this
yes,
2 feet.
Absolutely. And that court case is over, I believe.
They closed it.
Yeah, I think they closed it.
Maybe next time, Carl.
Maybe. Good job to everyone who made it to state track, and we are looking forward to see you as college athletes and seeing what you can do. Girls softball went to state as well. On the 24th, they took on Forks, where they lost 12-1. And on the 24th, they also took on Coopville, where they won 8-6. And on the 25th, they took on Warden, where they lost 11-1. This was pretty impressive. They looked good up until Warden, but they did podium, where they placed 8th place, making the podium spot. And good job, Warrior girls, and the best of luck next year. You guys have been getting pretty good over the past couple years, making the state like few years in a row. Pretty impressive. We're looking forward to seeing what you got next year.
Coming out with a positive record, 12-9 overall. Well done. 3-2 in districts. Impressive. Great job to the coach there, and we look forward to next year. Great job, girls.
Yep. And now moving on to Civic News.
Cle Elum City Council met this week. They had a great meeting. It was action-packed. It was brief, but it was dense, including the final press conference, City Council meeting of Police Chief Scott Ferguson.
It's going to be tough to see him go.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor, members of the council. So this is the last time that I officially appear in front of you in an official capacity. As I stated a few meetings ago, I've had an amazing career. I've lived and worked in an amazing community, and I could not have asked for a better employer than the city of Cle Elum, and I sincerely mean that. I've been so fortunate to have worked in a job in which I thoroughly enjoyed it all the way up to the end, so I'll always be grateful for that. Before I do leave, I want you to know the position of your police department. And Council, I want you to know that as I leave, the state of your police department is very good. We've made some incredible strides in the last 14 years. For starters, we've got some great officers working today, and they're great officers because they're good people first. They're good human beings. If some of you remember, officer turnover was a major issue for us a decade ago. Constant turnover proved to be very expensive for the city. So we have since corrected that, and we're no longer losing officers to other agencies. We've brought no litigation down on the city in 14 years, which again is a reflection on the quality of officers that we have working for our cities. And that's quite amazing for a police department to be able to boast that in 14 years. Probably the most visible improvement to the police department is our patrol vehicles. 14 years ago, we had 3 mismatched vehicles with simple shields on the doors. Today we have a fleet of newer, professional-looking vehicles, all designed to look alike. And this is obviously a positive reflection of the city as well, because people see us out there. In terms of equipment, you won't find an agency in the state that has any more equipment or technology that we have as Cle Elum police officers. Our patrol vehicles have computers, cameras, scanners, printers, spike strips. And today you have to have cameras. You just have to have cameras in your patrol vehicles. Our officers are equally equipped with tools such as tasers and other less lethal devices. And all of this equipment I mentioned has all been acquired by staying within the budget parameters. We've increased the quality and number of hours of officer training. Each year we meet and exceed the state standards and are able to pass the audit. This is instrumental. This is also instrumental in no litigation to the city in 14 years as well. Another visible element is our newer police department that you all know where that's at, that we're very proud of. I literally remember 28 years ago coming to work in an 8x8 jail cell, if some of you remember that. We then advanced up to an old grocery store. So we've come a long ways, and we're really proud of the building that we have now. We've created an animal control program that's popular with the community. That program has partnered up with ARF and has done a lot of amazing things in our community, at the same time keeping our streets safe of dogs at large. We have an absolutely amazing and professional records department run by Cheryl Montgomery. She's very proficient in her jobs. You wouldn't necessarily believe that there's probably more liability up there in her office than what there is actually out on the street. What we decide to, or what we disclose or fail to disclose on a public disclosure is where a city can really get in trouble. And she runs a great office, and we've never been called out on that as well. And then very lastly, my understanding the city will be appointing Sergeant Kirk Bland as the position of acting chief until a final hire decision can be made. As I leave, I'm confident that until that time, Sergeant Bland is more than qualified to manage this police department. So I feel good leaving with him. Again, I thank you for an amazing opportunity and an amazing career.
Well, we thank you. We'll have a little get-together here when you're back on your feet.
Now, if you excuse me, I've got to go to work.
Thank you.
Thank you to the Cle Elum City Council and all the Cle Elum members who attended, and the utmost thanks to Chief Scott Ferguson. You did a fantastic job, well in duty, and we're gonna hate to see you go, but you definitely leave a legacy and some big shoes to fill behind. So we are anxious to see who's gonna take your spot right now. It is up for grabs. If you feel that you can fill that man's shoes, you can apply at the City of Cle Elum today. If you could vote for it, I got a guy I would vote for, and I think he just might get the spot.
Who's that?
Can't say. Cannot say. Pull out your calendars, because this is what's heading your direction in the weeks to come.
May 30th, the final high school concert at the Cle Elum Roslyn High School gym. Thursday, the 30th at 7 p.m. This will be a great turnout. These guys have been killing it all year. Great musician with Nick Mopu leading the way. I'm always impressed with the compositions that these musicians come up with. So that's definitely one to check out. They had the middle school one on Wednesday, but that is after this airing. So hopefully you guys went to see that. If you didn't, please get out there for the final high school showing, because they just graduate next week, and this is a great way you can support them for the rest of their careers.
Well said, Daniel. On June 8th, the Cle Elum Roslyn High School graduation is going to be taking place. It's going to go from 2 to 3:30 p.m. at the Walter Strom Middle School. So be sure to come out, show your support for the graduating students.
And right before that graduation, we got the fishing derbies. That's June 8th, 7 to 10 a.m. Excuse me, at Lavender Lake and Easton Pond. That's right before the graduation, so this would be a great way to start off the day for your other kids that are graduating. Go fishing first thing in the morning, then celebrate the graduation at Lavender Lake and Easton Pond. There's going to be raffles there, and I believe it's free for the young kids.
Yes.
And it's a great opportunity to teach them how to get going fishing for the rest of their lives, and it's supposed to be a very beautiful day. So bring in the summer and teach a man to fish, right?
Teach a man to fish. You get fish for a day. That's not how it goes. You didn't even catch on. Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime.
Teach a child to fish.
Oh, yeah.
And that's plenty of fish.
That's plenty of fish. I don't even know if that's how the saying goes, to be honest.
Sounds right.
Yeah, it sounds right. On June 9th, the Roslyn Farmer Market opens. It's going to be taking place at 10 a.m. going to 2 p.m. And this is going to be a packed house. So the Roslyn community members are encouraging people to set up tents in the Roslyn yard and then tent out for the day if you're looking to get the fresh eats in the morning. I was just joking. They're not encouraging people to do that. Don't do that. You didn't hear it from me. But at the same time, last year when the doors opened, they claimed to have 1,000 people walking through the Roslyn Farmers Market, which is hard to believe. Personally, I don't believe it. It's just what Nolan said that he was told. But be sure to get out there and show your support. This is a big deal. So it's going to be taking place June 9th.
June 10th, the Paint and Drink at the Brick Canvas Tote Bags. A day late for the Roslyn Farmers Market opening, but you will have your tote bag for every other Roslyn Market after the first one if you attend this great event, which is hosted by the Brick Saloon. And the custom art is going to be supplied by Sarah Elizabeth. She is a very renowned professional artist who will not hesitate in giving you very useful tips to expand your art palette. This is Monday, June 10th, 2019 at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. It is a paid event. Tickets are $33 each. And the sale ends June 10th. And you will be hand painting your very own canvas tote bag. Perfect for all farmers markets, and the design will be a beautiful summer sunflower. But as always, you are free to paint whatever design you want, but that's what the layout will be for a sunflower, and it is a beautiful sunflower. What's included in this awesome event is one canvas tote bag all ready to paint, aprons, paint supplies, step-by-step 2-hour design instruction by nationally known artist Sarah Elizabeth. So this is a great opportunity to expand your artistic career if you already have one going, or to start one if you don't have one going. Painting is an incredibly therapeutic thing, especially when it's combined with the wonderful brick. That's the best of both worlds. And you get to paint something that you'll be able to use in real life for every farmer's market for as long as your bag lasts.
Very cool. 15th Hidden Treasures of Roslyn is asking you to come explore some of Roslyn's unique homes and gardens. This is going to be taking place on Saturday, June 15th, starting at 11 a.m., going to 4 p.m. It's $25 a person, so pull out your money and get some ideas. Once again, this is taking place on June 15th.
On June 20th, the summer reading program kickoff party starts Thursday at 11 a.m. at the Roslyn Yard. I was talking with this a little bit about,
talking about this too.
Yes, there we go. The librarian, Brenda Sargent, and it's going to be an awesome event. They're going to reward the kids for each book they read with a book buck, which will accumulate over the weeks. It's a weekly event, I believe. And they'll be able to use their book bucks to buy certain items at the store, which is going to be supported by the local businesses. So it's a great way.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a great way to engage the kids.
Encourage them.
Not only in reading, but also in basic economic policy.
Right.
And there's a reward effort exchange where if you read and you actually do, the assignment, you get money, and then you get to trade the money and buy things you want. So it's a great system to teach the kids about life.
That's smart. That's pretty cool. That's a good idea. So come out and show your support. On June 21st through the 23rd, the 10th annual Vintage Trailer Park Rally is going to be taking place. This is going to be held in Runge Field. It's going to be starting at 9 a.m. and going to noon. Stroll through the displayed pre-1970s trailers, truck campers, buses, and anything with wheels made for camping. No tents are allowed, and everybody is welcome.
If you want to bring your camper to that, you do have to pre-register online at Relic Custom Trailers Facebook page. And Saturday is the open house and vintage market. It's a very cool event. All kinds of crazy trucks there.
Yep, it's a very cool event. It's one of my favorites of the year. On June 22nd, Basecamp Books and Bites are having their summer movie series. This is free admission. It's going to be taking place on Saturdays at sunset. Food and drinks will be available for purchase. All donations go to the Roslyn Fire Department. And they have a list of great movies. They're going to be kicking it off with, what was it?
Northern Exposure.
Northern Exposure. I didn't know they made a Northern Exposure movie.
Wow. Yeah,
I didn't know that. I thought it was like they made a Running Stumbles, but I never knew like how can you kick it off with Northern Exposure, because I thought that was just a TV show.
Maybe they just play 4 episodes. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, I didn't really get that. But they are in late summer having Hook, and I will definitely be there for that one. One of my favorite movies.
There is a great selection this year.
Yeah, there is.
For
Yeah,
that.
Bugs Life was in there. I saw. Yeah, great movie. So bring your kids and come on down.
The 3rd annual Pedals and Pints with Mule and Elk. $30 per rider includes guided ride, yoga stretch, beer deals, live music, and a raffle. And new this year, you'll be able to choose one of 2 trails, either a friendly shorter ride to the Roslyn Cemetery and back, or a little tougher ones for intermediate and advanced riders. It's a single track ride in Roslyn Urban Forest. So there's something for everybody out there. Again, this is June 22nd, 12 p.m. at the Mule and Elk Brewery. And you can register for this at Pedals in Pints. That's Pedals, then the letter N, Pints, 2019.bbt.me. I think you do have to register for this event there. But this is a great collaboration between Mule and Elk, the yoga place out there, and just a few different great events all combined into one spectacular day.
That was Pedals in Pints 2019.bpt.me. I didn't correct you. You said BBP.
Oh, I did.
That's BPE. Oh, no. That's BPT.
As in blue, purple, teal.
.me. So there you have it. On June 29th, the Senior Center is going to be hosting the Pioneer Queen Coronation. So come down, show your support for the Queen. Well, there you have it. If you have something that you want to add to our calendar, give us a call at 649-3940. We'd love to throw it in for you for next week. At this time, we want to wish some people a very happy birthday. On May 29th, happy birthday to Chris Hickenbotham, Dave Campbell, and Ellie DeLange.
On May 30th, happy birthday to John Crosetto and Piper Porter.
On May 31st, happy birthday to Dawn Sears and Molly Pratchett.
On June 1st, happy birthday to Aletha Jesse Jovanovich.
On June 2nd, happy birthday to Sherry Hall.
On June 3rd, happy birthday to Tony Graham, Angela Erickson, and Julie Pleasance.
On June 4th, happy birthday to Garrett Alexander, Sonia Cross, and Taylor Wickman. And if we missed your birthday, don't let it happen again. Give us a call, 649-3940. We'd love to put you in our birthday calendars. If you have a business and you would like some more foot traffic going through that door, do the same. Call 3940, and we'd love to set you up with a free quote today.
We are at your service.
We are a couple local boys.
Shooting some local news.
I'm Jeffrey Dorgeson.
I'm Daniel James.
We'll see you next week.
First week of June. Here we go.